I greet you in Jesus' precious name and welcome to the program. We are seated in the chapel on the farm because it's a very windy day outside. So we thought we'd come and sit quietly here and have a heart-to-heart chat. I want us to go straight to the book of John, and I'm reading John chapter 10 and verse 16. Jesus says, "And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they will hear my voice, and there will be one flock and one shepherd." If you go to the book of Isaiah, the Lord speaks about He gathers the outcasts, those who are not, as it were, of the fold. And I really want to say to you that we must be very careful we don't judge a book by its cover, because we'll get a big surprise. I remember going to a book festival once, being a writer myself, and they explained the importance of the cover of the book. Now, as you can see on this Bible, I've got my agricultural manual. Some people think I'm being disrespectful towards the Lord. No, I'm not. This is my agricultural manual. This book has told me when to plant my crop, when to harvest it. It's also told me to love my wife, don't antagonize my children, respect my elders, fair day's work for fair day's pay. It's all in this book. Now, never judge a book by its cover. So what they said was, you can go to a bookshop, and they've done it before, and they will put a very fancy cover on a book, but inside the book there's nothing. There's just blank pages. And they'll put it on the shelf with all the other books. And the person will come in and have a look. They want to buy a book. They see the cover. They're in a rush. They just take the book, and they come up to the counter to pay for the book. The assistant says, "Open the book." And inside there's nothing but blank pages. Now, we must be careful that we don't judge people. Now, Jesus says that He came for all of us. Jesus came and He said that there are people from other flocks. We're talking about other faiths. We're talking about Islam. We're talking about Buddhism. We're talking about Hare Krishna. We're talking about New Age. We're talking about everything. But when those people want to come and inquire about the living God, Jesus Christ, we cannot prevent them. Because the Bible tells us that God has put eternity into all of our hearts. Every man, doesn't matter where he is. He knows. He's not like a beast in the field. He's got a spirit. And he is hungry and he is desiring the truth. And Jesus said that He came so that He must bring them in. And that there will be one flock and one shepherd. Don't ever write anybody off. Romans chapter 10 verse 13 says very clearly, the Lord tells us in Romans 10:13, that whoever calls upon the name of the Lord will be saved. And that's it. I have seen some really dubious characters. Maybe I was one of them. Who've come into a church and I've thought, why is that guy here? That guy doesn't frequent a church. The only place he frequents is a pub. And he's normally drunk as well. But that day, the Holy Spirit has been calling him. And he comes and gives himself to the Lord. And he becomes a great instrument in God's kingdom. I mean, Saul of Tarsus was killing Christians. And he did a 180-degree turn and became the apostle that wrote 2/3 of this book. Do not put people in a box. Jesus bless you and goodbye.